says we're live.
Says we're live.
And I think I
Hooray.
even posted it
Are we
in the
on
Discord.
YouTube?
We are on YouTube. Only YouTube.
Hey.
I don't do the dual
YouTube.
double stream thing, so
Nothing wrong.
I guess I could.
What is the scale now?
Yeah, so that's today's sponsor. No, this guy.
Oh?
No, it's not a sponsor. I'm helping him out. So this guy reached out. Time Jockey is his name on Discord. If you've seen him floating around, he reached out a few days ago. He got in touch with me through Peter from Tales from Elsewhere, and he reached out to me. He's looking for people, like, hey, can you make a video, get the word out? But he was like, I messed up. I already launched the Kickstarter. You probably can't make a video in time. And I'm like, yeah, I really can't. But I could try and help you out. So I'm actually going to have a stream interview with him tomorrow night. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Well, that's not true. We're going to talk about his game a little bit. But he also dropped the fun fact that he's been a freelance writer in the ttrpg scene for about 10 years, so I have a lot of questions on that end that I will find interesting, but I don't know about everyone else. So the Kickstarter,
Hey, Twice Stitch.
yeah, Twice did, and Sabbath.
Sabbath here.
I'll tell you what, I'll drop there's the Kickstarter if you want to go look at it. He only had like $1,000 goal, and he's already hit it, so it's not like he needs
It looks cool.
yeah, it's
It
supposed to
looks
be
very rules light.
It's supposed to be rules light. Looks like D20, and then your stat is a different D,
Yep.
a different die that you roll. So that could be neat.
So in another group I'm in, which is another ttrpg designers group, I believe he was going to have a play test, but it was on the day that I was going to be traveling to Page, so I couldn't have done it. So, but I'm sure he's probably going to have some play tests. That would be cool to actually. So I've heard of it, but
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
It sounds interesting.
Sabbath says he's read through the quick start and it's slick. Okay, well that's good, Sabbath. I'm glad to hear it because I did like a quick scroll through it like that. It was like, yep, I got it. Let's go. I've just been running with it. So anyway, that's scale mail.
It's good news.
So today we're kind of just hanging out. We're gonna maybe work on a few things. Just build a setting maybe that y'all can use and have a little fun one shot with or something. The reason we're all here, this is actually my Plaguebound group. Dave is the GM for the Plaguebound campaign. I am a player, and down here at the bottom is Neil. He is also a player. And here is the fun fact that you probably never would have guessed. I, in this campaign, am not a barbarian. I decided to go a very different route, and I'm a warrior with a big sword. So.
You're still a fighter with a sword. It's not like you played a mage.
No, so Neil is actually the barbarian. He has the axe, which I borrowed for the last couple sessions. I forgot why. Oh yeah, my sword broke. That's why. And I just had to. He had an extra axe, so I borrowed it. It's very cool.
I think we're on different whiteboards though.
Are we?
Yeah, because we made a duck and you don't see the duck.
It says you guys are on here. Are you like way off to the side or something?
No, I'm zoomed way out and I'm not seeing
Yeah, me
anything.
too. It says I got 2 other people in here.
Vigorous Bat, one of them?
Yeah, yep. And New System is the other one. Interesting. Does Neil, you right here, your cousin? I don't think so. You can ask him. Let's see. Barbarians are totally different from a fighter with a big sword. Trust me. Hey, that's it. See, barbarians got rage, and like warriors have stances and techniques, where barbarians are just
Yeah, but didn't
kill everything.
you take like a rage stance or something like that?
I have a healing stance, so
Because
I can just regenerate.
because you can make a warrior. You can make a warrior into a barbarian in Plaguebound.
Yes, there was a two-handed stance I could have taken.
So that's a weird question to ask, but no, I don't have a speech impediment.
Ironically, I do though.
There you go. We fooled you twice, did. All right. Do you guys get the board
And-
fixed, or are you?
I
No,
Well,
actually have a lot of cousins, so I don't.
I will try going back
I
into
do,
it, but I have a feeling.
not
No,
that
it still
awesome.
brought me to Duck Duck.
what? This is supposed to be the easy part. That's the exact same link. It's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same link. It's doing the exact same thing. I got Duck Duck Duck.
Duck. Well, y'all invite me to your board. I have new system in here twice
All right.
now.
Well, yeah, because I have two up.
There it goes. Duck. Weird.
You find it?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay.
That's awfully
Cool.
strange.
You see the Duck Duck now?
I see duck.
Quack quack.
And then I gotta put this guy back here. My fake sponsorship.
Well, thank you for reminding me because I was going to. I like role playing game books, so it's just I don't know. I probably will back out at a digital tier because I can't do physical anymore because I don't have enough room. If I back.
So Neil, you got the Gooey Cube shirt on. You run games for them, don't you, at conventions?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be flying out in a couple weeks to go to Genghis Khan, which they're Denver based, so they're about an hour from Denver in Colorado Springs, but it's like their home convention. And the hotel is on top of the convention area.
Convenient.
So it's yeah, it was nice.
Just go straight
It's
down.
smaller. Yeah. And it's smaller, it's just nicer. Well, nicer being that it's easier to go down. In between games I can go to my room if I wanted to. And they also get big names. Well, Stefano or Stefan Picorni is going to be there. Also, Luke Gygax is going to be there. And I've heard a couple others, but I don't know if they're if I can say that, or but they and I don't know if they're gonna be there, but it's gonna be it's a cool convention.
Yeah, too bad it was so far away.
Yeah, that's the only
too bad it was
problem.
what?
It's in Denver.
Too bad it's so far away.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're all far away from me, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Why are we drawing ducks? Did I miss something?
I like ducks.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's how I draw
He-
ducks.
Good enough for me.
he drew a duck in, and then I decided that I would draw a goose.
One-upped him with a goose. All right. Well, let's
All right,
try.
what are we doing?
Let's try and make something. So, I guess we're just gonna make like a little setting or something. So, let's start. I'll bounce between you guys. This is how we can do it. So, Dave's right below me on the camera. So, Dave, pick a genre.
You don't want me to pick a genre because only genre in my head right now is superheroes.
Ah. Do you need a roll table?
I'm really in. Oh yeah,
I'm big into superheroes right now.
Well, we can do that.
No, we shouldn't. Let's do
Well, let's mix it with something else. Superheroes and
steampunk.
there you go. Superheroes and steampunk. All right. A superhero is one word. Is that why it's yelling at me?
No.
Well, it said so. All right. So, Neil, give me something that makes this world weird and unique. And you can't say steam.
Or animals.
So, and that could be something that made these people superheroes. Like, is there injecting themselves with steam? Did they find some weird goop? Something that makes this world unique and strange.
Mushrooms.
Mithrons?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Oh, man. Now you're just ripping off me. I like mushrooms. All right. The weird. What about these mushrooms?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Are they full of power?
I would say
Of course.
so, yeah.
I mean, they're going to be getting their power somehow.
They're steam mushrooms.
Steam mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. The planet is a robot, Glee says.
Planet
That
is
could
a
be.
robot?
Please do not inject yourself with steam. Yeah, okay. So, back up to Dave. What is... Oh, look at that mask. Mushrooms that feed off of grease and steam. I like that. So let's do that. Steam mushrooms.
Let's do that.
They grow. They're everywhere and full of go-go juice. They are a byproduct of steam-powered machines. There you go.
Okay. Sounds good.
This made super people somehow. All right, so Dave, you got to pick a threat. What is the threat to this world, or the heroes, or something? Could be goop like in Plaguebound. Could be OCP like in RoboCop. Could be something. The world's worst son.
Let's make it See, it's just screaming to me. Global climate change, like climate, like the steam is causing the world to be hotter, causing but we need like a physical threat, don't we? Not like a global threat.
It is a little hard to punch global warming, though. But apparently, Demon Gems, Demon Gems in the Discord chat. Steam mushrooms that bring the dead back to life. Biofuel mushrooms. Whoa. All right. So yeah, can't punch global warming.
Okay. If we can't punch global warming, let's do a Cthulhu-like race that lives in the ocean is coming up to.
Let's see. The threat. Is that how you spell Cthulhu? I don't know. Cthulhu? I don't know. No, that doesn't work. There we go. I'll just spell it wrong. Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
CTHULHU.
Wait, what was it?
CTHULHU. I always have to look it up.
LHU. Cthulhu. Okay. I was close. Like creatures in the sea.
You were.
Start emerging. Why are they angry?
Because the world's being warmed and their world is dying.
Okay. They angry because global warming.
Yeah.
Mushrooms are biofuel when you eat them. That's true. That is technically true. Okay, so the next one, bouncing back to Neil, is...
That's true. Crabsoft has a... Wait. if Captain Planet can do it,
So
we could do it too. We could punch global warming.
global warming could melt ice that trap the threat. Aha.
That could be a possibility.
All right, Neil, you have to come up with the taboo. What is something in this world that is considered off limits? Think that's how you spell taboo. Think necromancy in the Elder Scrolls worlds. That's why the Dark
Or like
Elves are so
crossing the
bad.
streams.
Crossing the streams.
Yeah. Um. Probably, I would say eating. If the mushrooms are giving power, eating the mushrooms.
I think that's what we decided.
What about like cybernetics?
Using the steampunk stuff to modify your body.
Yeah. What if we make that taboo?
To try and be like the supers.
Yeah.
What you think, Neil?
Maybe, I don't know, fishing. No.
No,
Well, if you
because
got things
the
coming out of the
enemies-
ocean,
Yeah.
that could be considered risky business. Maybe fishing's off limits now, but the people are like, I really want my fish, so they're
Maybe mushrooms are everywhere.
we already have that.
we got mushrooms everywhere. So, and what?
So what I'm thinking, I mean, people would eat them just because, and maybe that makes people powerful.
I'll say Twice Dead says if there are superheroes, then maybe something in the line of heroic handyman. Parentheses Bioshock. The Rocketeer. I'm just glad somebody in this chat knows what the Rocketeer is. Or Steam Tin
Love the
Man.
Me too.
I watched that movie a lot when I was little.
Did you say Rocketeer?
Yeah.
Did you say what is Rocketeer, Neil?
No,
What did
I
you say?
said I love the Rocketeer.
Ah,
Okay.
good save, good save.
Because I was going to be like, well, I know what we're going to do later. Um,
I lost one of the rocket packs.
Yeah. I
I
saw
know a couple of people that have made.
there was somebody at Gen Con with a really solid Rocketeer outfit, but I think he worked there because like he was rolling his cart around, but he had like a perfect replica of the helmet and everything. It was pretty cool.
I wish Disney would re-release or remake it. They did, but as a children's show. I got really angry.
Say the mushrooms give you power, but also make you hallucinate if you have a bad trip and you committed villainous acts. I don't know. Let's see. The Dungeon Delver. What's going on, man? He says all of those are missing the key element of Sphere of Annihilation. But that's just me.
I mean, well, we have global warming,
We are on a sphere.
and it will annihilate the world eventually. Just won't be immediate.
Sphere of slightly delayed annihilation.
Okay,
I mean-
taboo. What if magic was taboo? Deal me out here. So, the alien like threat that's from the ocean uses magic, and you take the mushrooms to get superhero powers to fight the alien threat because magic is taboo in the human.
Maybe.
What-
Let's see. I'm catching up over here. Demon Jim saying. Let's see what he said. Yeah, sailing is taboo? Question mark. And then he said that would affect trade in the world.
Yeah, but if you have steam, you just make steam airships.
Yeah, that's what Glee just came back with. So
What I'm thinking is instead of mushroom, like what I'm thinking is mushrooms are everywhere in all sorts of places, and a lot of people would be using things from their environment. So you would have mushroom houses, you would have mushroom, uh, different types of mushrooms. Uh, Power would probably be through like steam mushrooms, and there's eating mushrooms and house mushrooms and all that other type of stuff. So there may be power mushrooms
Bloop, 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 bloop.
that do give power. Um, this is a mushroom house. A very
This is
taboo
becoming
one.
really.
I know. I kind of
I hope
like
somebody enjoys it.
the fishing being taboo is kind of interesting. I was leaning towards that. But,
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
But also, let's see, going back to what Twice did said about the mushrooms give you power, but also makes you. So what if like, yeah, the mushrooms were this byproduct of all the steam machinery we're doing. If you can consume them and survive and not hallucinate and wipe out half the world or whatever, yeah, you become a super. But like, you took such a risk to become a super, so maybe the supers are what are frowned upon.
Yeah, I mean that could be the case. As being a super is being frowned
Yeah,
upon
because you took
know.
such a
They
huge
cause
risk.
they cause destruction and mayhem also. So it's
Yep.
maybe it's looked upon as being a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say fishing and or the supers themselves because it's so risky to become one. Yeah. Like you could become a super villain.
Either through the mushrooms or there's probably, I'm imagining people with like cybernetic, or not cybernetic, but like cyber steam.
See, I guess when I said steampunk superheroes, I was definitely thinking more of like, somebody said it earlier, BioShock style. Like,
Mm.
you stab yourself with this potion that's made, and that's what gives you the superpowers.
Or that too, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can
Well,
eat the mushroom.
Well, there's not one form of superhero. There's probably a potion injector person. There's probably someone that ate some mushrooms and now is a Superman type thing.
See, Twice Dead says mushrooms are sponges for radiation. Maybe they are draining ambient magic. So do we have magic in this setting on top of everything else?
Why am I getting such delayed text then?
Do you got it on live chat or top chat?
Top chat. God damn it.
Yep.
Why do you do this to me, YouTube?
Magic mushrooms in the most pure sense. Eat enough and you got powers or magic. A trip on those mushrooms will give you magic. What kind of magic? I don't know. Maybe you come out a necromancer. Oh no.
All right. What's the next part? We got the taboo.
Was this a jellyfish over here? What's going on?
No, it's supposed to be a mushroom.
Oh. I like jellyfish though. It's a jellyfish now. I'm gonna give it a little
Yeah, because mushrooms are more like.
There we go. Yeah, Dave's on it with the drawings today. Look at that little octopus dude. Look at him go. Now you gotta draw Mario next to this. There you go. I did not mean to make that blue. Alright, so magic. Did we say we're having magic in the world?
I guess.
Yes, or is it all weird mushroom juice? Well, you could have magic, air quotes, in the air, and that's what the mushrooms are consuming, like Twice Did was talking about. So it's not so much that people have magic until they eat the mushrooms.
Yeah. Um.
It's pretty solid, Mario.
It's hard to draw with this thing.
Invincible.
Let's see here. So we got the yeah. So I think like taking the mushrooms is looked upon as a bad thing. I don't know if fishing would necessarily be the taboo, but I don't know.
Wide mushroom.
Ooh, I like Crabsoft's idea that climate change broke the polar ice caps, which released the Cthulhu's, along with tainted water that grew mushrooms along the shore.
There you go. So did people get steampunk enhancements or not? Because imagine Grandpa replacing more and more parts till he's another Tin Man in the streets. Elder Goblin came for the
It
thumbnail.
came for the thumbnail where you got denied.
So I did.
I'll
It
go
was
yard.
a play-by post me and Craig were doing. It was more of just an experiment than anything. But the idea was, it was a steampunk setting, and if I remember, this is like a couple years ago. The idea was people could. It was leaning into the cyberpunk idea. You know, usually in those settings, people just replace more and more and more of themselves. That was happening in the steampunk setting, and I want to say the weird thing that started coming about, like people started replacing themselves, and steampunk tech got so advanced, like there were full-on steam machines, like their version of robots, right, walking around. And then they started finding out some of these machines had human hearts in it. So it was like, well, is this something somebody made, or was that once a human? And of course, you know, you find out somebody's harvesting hearts and making these machines. But that reminded me of that. It's Blaze.
It is Blaze.
He's up late.
He is up late. But that's not surprising.
That's true. He's a late lad.
This kind of reminds me, like, I made a steampunk fantasy world, kind of like Ebron. But it was floating islands, and eventually the party found out that through the campaign that they were actually just floating above New York City. So it was an interesting game.
You were just a player in a game. What were you playing? And was it fun?
Yeah.
So to answer Twice Dead, I am fine with the cybernetic steampunk stuff. So let's say
Me too.
do cybernetic steampunk limbs. Also, I gotta catch up on the chat over here. So creating airships, I saw that. You're getting Resident Evil 8 vibes from this. Whoa. The fungus gives people unnatural abilities. Maybe the fungi are from another world. Whoa. Okay. Now I did like do cybernetic steampunk limbs, do global warming melts ice, and what was the word we used here? Oh no, it was Crabsoft, not Twice Dead. Climate change broke the ice. Released. That's the word I was looking for. Melts ice and releases Cthulhu people.
And tainted water.
Yeah. While the tainted water creates the weird mushrooms that people can consume. So how about the weird mushrooms enhance their bodies that allows them to take more serious synthetic stuff, like the steampunk artificial limbs and stuff, things that would normally kill them.
Okay. I want you that, but what if the getting more and more steampunk stuff corrupts them? And as you get more and more steampunk, you lose part of your humanity.
Because you're eating more mushrooms to be able to take it, or just the fact that you're becoming more machine?
Because you're becoming more of a machine. Or or it could be because the mushrooms are being used to power the steam.
What if the mushrooms allow the cybernetic enhancements, but the more serious your enhancement, the more mushrooms you got to consume, and if you go too far, you're some kind of machine, but you also start turning into one of the Cthulhu people. And that's what happened to them. So when everything warmed up, the ice melts and lets them out. It's just the cycle going over again. They come out, mushrooms grow, people do the same thing over and over again.
Almost like a Zelda cycle.
Maybe, yeah. Look at this big guy. Look at that big lad.
That's supposed to be Hulk.
It's a big grinning Hulk. You got to put you got to put some purple pants on him, man.
Yeah. That sounds interesting.
There you go. Let's see. Consume the mushrooms to enhance their physical capabilities, allowing more serious artificial, that's not how you spell it, artificial steampunk enhancements. Take it too far and you become a machine or a Cthulhu person. You become a Cthulhu person or machine, to be determined.
Yeah.
Who are the inhabitants? Who are the inhabitants of this planet?
People, humans, and the
Humans.
weird Cthulhu people.
Humans, or are they like mushroom people?
No, they're not
Humans.
mushroom people. They're humans.
I don't know what this is.
Definitely humans.
Let's see. Blaze says he was playing World Shapers, run by Gold. It was a science fantasy game. Whoa, I played the soldier with American Dad. Steam is heat and water, and Cyberpunk, you lose your humanity. If you got too many steam parts, then you become too heated. The fire in your tempers become too much. You are a juggernaut of emotion, always angry. Is this New World or Moss Stone? This is New World, but you know that if you had showed up, Wes.
I know.
If you joined the call, you could have been part of this. Let's see. And over here in the other chat, let's see, in Discord, the fungus is a drug, has a chemical to help the body not reject the prosthetics. Ooh, it's a cool idea that reminds me of Deus Ex, Human Revolution. I like he uses that picture of the orc, like the Warhammer orc, tapping his head like the meme.
Oh, okay. I see. You also have it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep eye on both chats then.
I don't have to. I got to, though. We're just piddling around with just hanging out, having fun, making things. And then it immediately went to horror, Cthulhu, corrupting people.
It started out steampunk superheroes, though.
Yeah. How did we get here?
We can get back to that because it's still I mean, this is the world from what I'm thinking is it's a mushroom world, and also uses steam, and the superheroes are battling against the Cthulhu people.
Does this world have flying machines? I
I would
assume
say
it
so.
does have ironclad boats. I would think so.
I would say
Yeah, it's got to
probably
have flying machines because how else are you going to get away from the mushrooms on the shoreline that are forming
What
and
were
still have trade routes?
what were you saying, Neil?
yeah, I would imagine like you know, traditional looking boats with like mushroom uh bagged airships.
I say if you're gonna have steampunk, like you have to have flying boats, right?
Yeah.
You got to. Big Al's Party Shack. That's the name. Digging machines. Hit them with the switch up. I mean, yeah. Dig, 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 dig,
Well,
dig. Nothing ever bad happens when you dig. Never
there's
ever.
probably a city underneath in the ground.
Okay.
Like it's a big world, so there's probably like a quote unquote New York, but there could be like an under earth city.
So going back to the superhero thing, what makes it super? Just all your enhancements and mushroom strength, and you can just punch Cthulhu man across the whole football field.
I would
I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Go on.
Oh no. Basically, if you look at any of the superheroes out there, there's not one path to superness.
Superness.
And yeah, it's just and so I would say there's multiple. So some have cybernetics, some have or steaminetics, some have
You realize we make rules light stuff, right?
yeah.
Because
Is...
rules light stuff, you don't get to do nice, weird, a whole bunch of things.
Well, yeah, you could
shrink it down.
This is the Pathfinder
as a man who has read in
to.
as a man who's written 3 books, you shrink it down. You make it easier to compartmentalize.
All right.
Maybe superheroes are city property, propaganda, and enforcers, just like the Greeks had all in the demigod in their history. Ooh. Perhaps. So, global warming, people can consume them.
I think personally, superhero powers should not be actual superhero powers. I think it should be like either steam enhancements or mushroom enhanced.
Well, I like what we got about consuming the mushrooms allows them to be strong enough to take the enhancements that are the steampunk machines. Otherwise, it would just kill you.
Steampunk should. I think everything should be steampunk based superhero powers. Then.
Yep. Basically, the mushrooms just your access to it.
You have to have a license to be a superhero.
Could go that route. Sophisticated city. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the we did over here. The supers, it'd be changing a little bit, but what we had over here, the taboo was the supers themselves, but now they could be a bit taboo. It's like, oh, you're eating these mushrooms, like they came from that weird place, and you're a weirdo and you're mutilating your body with all these enhancements, but you're also saving the world, I guess. People got a lot of mixed feelings.
You could you could have a mixed feeling type situation. And I wasn't trying to shoot your ideas down, I want you aware of that.
Oh no, I know.
I just realized what it sounded like, and that is not what I meant.
Your idea
Oh.
sucks.
I didn't mean that. Your ideas are good. I just like you gotta like focus. That's the problem. You can't do generic stuff like you do Pathfinder or D&D because you're trying to write rules light.
I thought rules light you could be more just whatever you wanted because it was rules light. You had all the wiggle room in the world.
Not my experience.
Oh, dang!
Definitely not my experience.
It's like the Schools of Magic and Easy D6. It's like I'm gonna be a necromancer. It's like okay, you're a necromancer now.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that.
It's one of your circles of magic.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could do that. You could make superpowers open like that.
Being super. You got a license for that cog arm. You got any shrooms on you?
That's true. Wes has a point. It's either you go full out open ended or you limit it.
Really tight. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what is nuts?
Open ended.
Yeah.
It's fully open ended.
Yeah,
I would. Well, then if you can give, if this
Mushrooms.
is an RPG thing, you can give examples of powers, but then you would let that be whatever the people playing the characters, what they would choose, what what powers they have.
Right. Okay.
So
I guess
you can
mixing steampunk and superheroes is kind of weird.
Well,
An
no,
enhancement
but because
license.
I'm imagining like probably the biggest thing with that is the Rocketeer that I can think of, but in a
I guess
mushroom
my
world.
I guess my point was like if the mushrooms give you powers and people use them to enhance themselves, it starts making the mushrooms not as important as I would think they would be.
Well, maybe it's not all mushrooms. What I'm thinking is that you have multiple types of mushrooms, and like you have house mushrooms, you have like structural steel mushrooms, you have mushrooms of all types and shapes, and the powered mushrooms are probably very rare. Think like truffles and the world. Truffles are rare.
All right. So a couple things here. Dave, did you see Glenn's chat for you checking in on tomorrow night?
No.
He might already have bounced. His connection wasn't very good. But also over in the Discord, Demon Jim, he's talking about enhancement licenses. It would make sense that the government would want to regulate enhanced individuals, such as X-Men and Avengers. So I feel like that might be something that comes after the main battle. Like people start figuring out, oh, we can eat these mushrooms, not mutate
if
ourselves.
you are still here, Glenn, I did reply to that, and we're doing it about 8:30.
So after you have the big battle with all the Cthulhu people win, then I could see the government being like, hey, we got all these robotic people. We gotta control them lads. So
because if you look at any established superhero franchise, people don't have like there's not one path to superhero-ness. Like Spider-Man got bit by a bug. Iron Man created his powers or his
his suit.
Yep. Thor's a literal god. So you have multiple paths. So you can list the paths that people could take, but it's not going to be, everyone's going to take a mushroom when they're exceedingly rare.
See, Wes says you could go easy D6 style, create hero paths, and give them aspects based on the mushrooms, and then to differentiate, further transmogrify these big words, the ancestry concept to background. Now let's take a really simple game here. Tricube Tales. Here is a sample character from Tricube. I'm missing out on y'all's art over here. All right. There is a simple character. That is all you do. You pick an archetype, make a perk, make a quirk. So your archetype is, what is it? Brawny, agile, and crafty. We can skip that part. So your perk, I guess, cybernetic arms, just like this guy's got, right? Any of you guys played Tricube?
Yeah, I've played it several times on your channel.
That's right, but not Neil. Okay.
Yeah, I have not.
So Neil, to make a Tricube character, you pick one of 3 archetypes: brawny, crafty, or agile. Agile's like your dexterous one, sneaky, fast, that kind of thing. Brawny is a little more obvious, I guess, strong, muscular, and all that. And crafty kind of dips into charismatic and physically crafty too, like engineering kind of thing. So the perk is just something you completely make up on your own. There went Neil, he went bye-bye.
Oh,
where did he go?
He got sick of all my disparaging comments.
Yeah, it's like I can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore. I'm
You're
done.
back.
Yeah, we're here.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Hello?
I don't think he can. The video tripping on him.
Do.
Gotta love it.
Hello.
Hello. It wouldn't be a stream without us trying. We can hear him. All right. So what do we have so far? Okay. So we have mushrooms can create powers. They can also allow you to take more enhancements. Correct?
Yes.
Is that how we're aiming? We have a climate change has released a fish-like or octopus-like species into the world and this tainted water.
Are you back with us, Neil?
Yeah.
Are you back with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. It was just like I saw the stream, the like buffering or whatever. And,
Oh, I guess your internet just had a little bit of a hiccup.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, we are getting a blizzard, so
It's true.
Yeah.
We're all snowed in.
you know, it's not like it's sunny and 80 degrees out there.
See, Twisted says, I don't really like how the shrooms got a hold of the setting. Maybe it's just the smog of steam engines burning fossil fuels that are actually from mythological creatures. Well, we started with them being byproducts, but then it ended up being when the ice melted, it was like real funky water because it was holding the Cthulhu people, and that make Cthulhu mushrooms basically. Instead of dead dino juice.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were like one type. That's why I wasn't expecting multiple types. I was like, well, if they all came from one source, they would be like one type of mushroom.
Yeah. Sure.
But
and
maybe we drop the mushrooms altogether.
not the mushrooms. Gotta have mushrooms.
I just picked the mushrooms just because that's what I was thinking of for whatever reason.
You were
but
thinking of Poe from Plaguebound.
yeah,
Mhm.
probably. Yeah. But
The fungi from Yurgith.
Blaze says oil's not dead dinosaurs. It's mostly algae and microscopic animals. But what if it was dead dinosaurs or dead dragons? What if it was? Speaking of, let's see, Poe, you got pictures of me and Neil's character?
I can get some.
Slap them on the board there.
All right, give me a sec.
Yeah, I never heard of Tricube Tales before, and I was trying to get to it, but then um
It's a really good game.
yeah.
Yeah. TriCube's free if you want to go grab it on drive-thru.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't look free.
It is.
If you hit the preview button, it's the full PDF. It should say in the description, like, hey, if you just want to grab this for free, hit the preview button. It's the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, all his stuff's like that. He has the whole thing on the preview, and just has it set up where you can buy it if you want. So I'm not sure why he does it like that instead of the pay what you want thing. I don't know if it like works out a little better. There's Poe. That's me. He's dumb as a brick.
Hey, that's the kind of characters we play, though.
Yeah. He has a heart
Both
of
you
gold.
and I play
though.
those type of characters.
It's person, dude, pal. Before you walk to work, you got to walk to work. Oh my goodness! And this weather.
That's a younger what's
Oh, that's right. We're old. We had like a 30-year time skip.
he now has a
Beer belly and a suit and a tie.
yep. And also a cloak.
And a cloak that is slowly killing him. Yep.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I think we have lost Neil in that regard. Like he has given himself to the dark side. Road's completely
Dark tries
iced.
to give him more power.
Man. All right. So if we were... Are we getting rid of the mushrooms? Is that the way we were going?
I think we should.
Oh,
But
man.
that's my opinion.
But then it turns it into a like regular steampunk.
Well, that's not a bad thing, I don't think. But what's making them super? The water? Drink it?
Or just basic mutation. Because of the water.
Because of what?
Because of the water. The tainted water. I mean, if it got into all of the water source, eventually it would change the society.
Then everybody would be super, which means nobody would be super. Super or dead.
All right, I got this. Might work.
How dare you cover up, Poe? Wow.
Yeah, I like it.
No tie, but it'll work. I like to think Poe looks the same after his 30 years. He's just a mushroom.
Yeah, that makes sense. They live a long time. So Ken. So
Steampunk superheroes. You get those that use inventions for powers, Iron Man types, those that have replaced their weak flesh for metal, and those that mutated by contaminants. Ooh.
I agree with those
Yeah.
three. That's how I would do it.
3 roads become a super. All right. All right. All right.
Well, maybe instead of mushrooms, you have everyone be squirrels.
Ha!
Squirrel people.
Then it just becomes mass pause with modifications.
Yeah, true.
Iron Man type. Replace flesh with steam machines. And then
mutation.
mutated by contaminants.
I want a steam machine.
A sea machine?
Yeah, the Valve's new game not game system.
Ironically, the way I was thinking that what you were talking about was an actual like steam cleaner. I'm like, okay, go get one.
I thought he meant a
that
steam
expensive.
machine in the setting that we're making. I thought we were about to make a big boat or something. He wants the Gabe cube from Steam.
Basically,
the flesh is weak.
Yeah, David Jeb, the flesh is weak. Either the super mushrooms are rare. Oh wait, that fungi from Yogath. All right. So that's that.
Okay, so we've kind of got rid of the mushrooms. Then is the thought process.
Yeah, sad day.
I know. I'm such a jerk.
You are. How dare
But then
So we
again,
need
you
a
made me
weirdo.
you made me do a GM-less game, so GM
There it
GM not
is.
rolling game. So
I mean, hey, it just it works better.
yes, it does, but I don't have to admit that. Okay. So all right. So far we have those 3 roads to become a super. Iron Man type where you use like a metal mech. Replace the flesh with steam, or mutation through injections or something of that sort. We have melted ice releases a Cthulhu-like race. What else? The GameCube.
We don't have the weird anymore since we got rid of the mushrooms.
Yeah, we need a weird.
I mean, we are in a weird steampunk world that is being slowly taken over by Cthulhu men.
Yeah, but what makes this world special? There was the mushrooms. So you got plenty of steampunk worlds. So like, what's something this one has?
And Twice Dead Mage
maybe
is that's basically Deadlock, which is Valve's hero shooter.
Did that actually
MOBA.
finish and come to fruition?
No, it's
Did it?
still. I think it's still in beta.
Okay. I got an invite for it a long time ago because like everybody was sending everybody little invite codes for some reason.
Yep.
And I was
yeah,
like, I
was
have
doing that.
no interest in this.
I played it a little bit. It was fun, but it's one of the it's a competitive type game that
Yeah.
I don't think
I would say
would-
when Marvel Rivals dropped, I played it for like the first month and a half. And it's like, this is really fun. And then it started getting really sweaty.
How do you guys have time to play games? Oh wait, you guys aren't doing 60,000 things.
That's right. That's right. I mean, I got a handful of things I'm working on.
Let's see here. Something weird.
Like trying to find an editor has become a full-time job.
Yeah. I think I found a copy editor for RPGs.
Really?
Yeah.
Steam.
Well, shoot. Well, how do we get the mushrooms back in
Glee
and
says
have them
she,
make sense? Because they weren't making sense for me, in my opinion.
Glee says she
what-
capped Scrat at 50K projects. So.
So
I wish I could cap myself at 50K projects.
So the mushroom aspect would be the world as mushrooms everywhere. And for the longest time, humans were just living
Everybody
along
does
the
worlds
mushrooms.
with mushrooms everywhere.
Huh?
I mean, everybody does mushrooms are everywhere. Look
Right.
at Mario. Look at
Hey,
Sonic.
Mario. Yeah. Yeah,
Because
there's
Sonic. I
mushrooms are
mushroom
mean,
cool,
world.
man.
Um, could we put this in space without the mushrooms?
Steampunk in space.
Yeah.
well, that's just yeah, we could. What if we do
Or steampunk under the water.
what if we do mushrooms mutate wildlife? Kind of like a zombie like thing, like not humans though, but more like it mutates like animals and stuff to make monsters and stuff for people to fight.
Well, see, I thought it all made sense with what we had. Like the mushrooms were in the ice, well, the water, and the water made them come up. But they were the gateway to allow you to have such severe enhancements. Like if you wanted to be option number 2, replace flesh with steam machines, and the mutations could be like you had too much mushroom or whatever. But then the mushrooms were also what basically made the Cthulhu people because they had too many of them. They mutated themselves too far. So your
All right, I guess I'm
mutation
okay
is the
with that.
risk. Yeah. Okay. They're not a byproduct of the steam stuff, but they were locked away in the ice caps. But then you can also have the mushrooms mutate the wildlife too, since it's mutating you. You know, something comes by, a bear eats it, whatever.
Okay, well, let's keep that then. Get rid of the crossouts.
Yeah. Demon Jim says mushrooms have their own internet, basically. The mycelium network.
Space mushrooms.
Space room. Well, so yeah, so that gives you a reason to make all kinds of weird wildlife to fight. Yeah, so imagine you're chilling out in your Victorian-esque era style steampunk city and weird mutated wolves attack the city. And then your superhero steampunk people come in. There you go. There's your intro quest. Instead of meeting at the tavern, you meet at the square. It's currently under assault by wolves.
Oh, okay. What else do we need, you think, for this world?
We need a map and some enemies and some players, and then we'll run a one-shot. No, we don't need all that.
What system?
Oh, he's making a map. Let's see, what you could do TriCube. We decided that. That's super easy. I don't think you could do easy D6. You could do nuts. You're making a world
You
map.
could do nuts.
Is that a world map you're making?
Sure is.
Oh man, I just meant like a little dungeon.
There we go.
Is that the plague-bound world? This is the plague-bound
No.
continent over here. I recognize it.
Not that I know of. I didn't do it consciously. If I did,
Or world that's right. We could use the Shanacon world shapers. That'd actually be really good. That would, because you have all those different abilities. You could flavor those as metal arms, stuff like that. Steam boosts, rocket packs. You could be the Rocketeer in a World Shapers. I don't know why I always forget about World Shapers, because I hang out with Blaze fairly regularly.
I know.
I even worked on a quest with him a little bit for one. So, like, I should remember these things. That's okay. I constantly forget about Clever, Cool, Crazy, too. And Glenn likes to poke me about that.
I will say, Blaze, we did start this with the thought process that it was going to be a rules light system. And World Shapers is amazing, but it's not rules light.
Blaze likes his crunch.
What is World Shapers?
World Shapers.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll drop you a link in the chat. Let's see.
Drop the link.
It's
link
another
it out.
free one. He's got a whole site and everything.
It's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that in the Discord?
Cool, Crazy.
All right.
Blaze, Clever, Cool, Crazy is a game that Glenn is working on. That is super rules light, super quick, super easy. Basically, you can either do something clever, you can do something cool, or you can do something crazy, or you can do something that's all three. And based on what you do, the GM gives you bonuses on your roll based on what if you meet those three requirements. I think that was a quick explanation.
I was gonna say I have brought up Clever, Cool, Crazy before to other people as an example of here's a game that's actually really, really, really simple, but the way it is explained makes it sound complicated. Like, it took me 2 whole games to play it, and both times I played it, the reason it took 2 is because they were so far apart. Like, the whole time I played the first time, I was so confused. I was like, I don't understand. And then by the end of the game, we went over it again. I was like, oh, that's all you have to do? That's really, really simple.
It is really simple, and it's super, like, it gets down to, like, the nitty-gritty quickly and easily.
Yep. It's a lot of back and forth, because you'll say, I want to do something, and then GM's like, how is that cool? How is that crazy? How is that clever? And you have to, like, I don't want to say justify, because it makes it sound like you're arguing, but, you know, you're going back and forth.
I think Glenn is going to reach out to me for the layout on that one.
Well, that's a lot of negotiating with the GM, trying to get your points. Demon Jim says the map looks like a French dip sandwich. And World Shapers is the extra crunchy peanut butter of RPGs. He needs to check out the new updates.
World Shapers is the extra crunchy peanut butter of RPGs. It's great. I'm not dissing World Shapers. I really like playing it. I don't know if I'd ever want to run it, though.
I say that's a whole other ball game. That's a lot of stuff
to
keep up with.
Ball game. I know you say it's easy to run, but every time I look at it, I go, "Oh man,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to run this."
That's the thing. Even with Tales from Elsewhere, like, I've played it a few times. It's like I should run it, and then I think about it, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with Tales from Elsewhere. Yeah, I've kind of watched it been played several times, and I'm like,
I had to mess it up.
That's a lot. I definitely messed that up, but it's not that crunchy. The crunch is optional.
Almost as simple as nuts. Not quite.
I appreciate you, Blaze. I'm not totally sure I agree with that statement.
Blaze knows it like the back of his hand.
It is a good system, though. I'm not dissing it. It is a good system.
I don't know. If everybody had the really basic abilities like he's talking about with the beginner thing, the simple trait, that would not be simple. You would not have to keep up with barely anything.
I will say, the only time I played it, I pushed the limits of his character creation with my character. So it's possible that I just played a too complicated character.
That's right. You were the psychic dude.
psychic pistol wielding.
Well, I think the
Yeah,
reason you were stretching so there was so much you were trying to get just at level 1 or whatever we were. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but he did it.
He made
The
it
system
work.
did it.
He
So
made it work. I'll tell
I
you,
will convince you someday.
I've given him
Yep.
a handful of things. I'm like, I want to be this, and he just cooks it up in no time. So makes character. Yeah, 10 superpowers at level 1. Dave was being greedy. That was the problem.
I was being greedy, but yeah. So it was a cool character concept, though. That was on your channel, wasn't it?
That was on Avenue Studios. That's when we were doing the little Scratter Day things.
That's right.
The beginning of the last year, I guess, when we did that. Speaking of, like, he reached out. Dan did I think it was at the end of the year last year. Because he's been trying to dial back a whole bunch, and
Right.
He reached out recently and was like, hey, we're getting things more leveled out here, basically. And he's like, so if you ever want to come back on, do another Scratter Day, or you want us to hop over there on your channel, we're more than willing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I need to get him in on another game.
I should run mass pause for them.
You should. You should. Now, that said, I think we got a goofy little setting here. We were, like I said, just hanging out, chilling out.
We were.
Didn't actually have to produce anything, but we kind of did. So y'all are free to steal it, do whatever you want with it.
It's open.
Yeah.
Of course, if you make money on it, please reach out.
I mean, remember us when we were rich and famous.
I mean, that's all we're asking.
Yeah. Unless, let's say we all got... Well, Neil, you haven't made something, got it out there, do you?
No.
Nope, not yet.
Neil's the only one making
There you
any
go.
money. He runs stuff for Gooey Cube. Meanwhile, we're over here making cheaper free
struggling.
stuff. Yeah. I got nuts, and it's just sitting there in a Google Drive, and Blaze made World Shapers, and it's a free website you can go to.
I will say that none of my stuff is really free. But if you message me and ask for it, chances are I'm going to give it to you. So
You heard it here first. You can swindle Dave. Tell him you're a
people
big
have,
YouTuber and you're
so-
going to stream it.
I will give it to you, probably. Watch, I get like 3,000 AI bots asking me for it the next month and a
Hello.
half.
I am big YouTuber. May I have PDF?
Yeah, money is never my goal either, but to hire artists and stuff, because I'm not an artist, unlike some people, I need money to pay them. All of my money goes back into the books. I have literally made no money off of these books.
So here's something from Demon Jim. He quoted a bit from Wikipedia. Mycelium networks, often referred to as the Wood Wide Web, are underground systems formed by the, I don't know how to say that, hyphae of fungi that connect the roots of plants and trees. These networks facilitate the transfer of nutrients and water between plants, support ecosystems, yada, 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 yada. And then he says, maybe the Cthulhu spawn people are a hive mind through a similar network. That could make them dangerous, like in groups instead of big strong ones. It's just when they're in their groups, since they're all perfectly in sync, they get a pack tactics to the umpteenth degree, essentially.
Right.
Well, yeah, they're probably more of a hive mind than. That's why they're so dangerous.
And that's when you get mutated. That's like how you start losing yourself, like you're getting their thoughts and trying to control you. So
that's good.
there's your actual Cthulhu-esque part. You're going crazy.
You know, you gotta stop adding more games to my collection that I have to make.
Oh, you gonna make this one now?
Every time I have a conversation with you, I end up making a game.
I'm full of ideas. and no ambition.
I mean, that's kind of how Plaguebound started.
What? It was
That's
my fault? Or
Yeah, it was. Remember we had the conversation of how I should create a fantasy version of Ironbound?
dang, I'm sorry.
And then Mass Pause, we had that conversation with Wes on stream.
Yeah. Well, no. See,
And
I
then
thought Plaguebound
I will
was
say Monsters
already.
of Midnight was my stop. My no, it wasn't. It was a thought process, but nothing serious until I
Okay.
had the conversation with you.
Well, that's on me, I guess. And Mass Pause, you knew you already. It was supposed to be an Ironbound system,
It was.
and
yeah.
then we convinced you to go outside of that system.
But if it was an Ironbound system, I would be done with it already because
That's true.
Ironbound system's already done.
But now, who are you going to
I
blame
wouldn't
for
have to be
Monsters of
playtesting.
Midnight? That's your fault.
No, that's my fault. Monsters of Midnight is my fault, 100%.
Straight
wait.
out.
All right. Well, I can definitely do that, Blaze.
Send 500 and he'll send you 1,000 back. Trust me, bro.
I trust you.
The solution is to have one big project, pouring all the ideas into that.
That's the way our bound system was supposed to work. It was supposed to be the BL and NL system, so I could just pour all my ideas into that. But I realized quickly that those type of systems are really hard to make, and kudos to Blaze for making one because they're hard to make. And with that, I killed the stream. So let's say goodbye.
Nah, that's all. I think we probably are going to wrap up, though. Where's my scale mail? Y'all can go check that out. It's over the goose. Woo! I guess
Maybe we could try checking scale mail out.
Well, so are you available Saturday, Neil? I think Dave has already said yes because we're going Monday.
Yeah.
You are? Okay, because Monday night.
Did I say yes?
Yeah.
Oh, now I gotta check.
As long as you were
Right.
off by a certain time because you had to get up at like 5 in the morning the next day.
Okay, I don't remember my schedule. So.
But anyway, I'm interviewing him Monday night live. That's going to be very outside my comfort zone, so that might be a little disastrous, but we'll make it work. And then Saturday, we're going to try and schedule a game of Scale Mail. He's going to run it for us. That'll be the normal scrat thing. We do it all the time, so I just got to find some players. The only thing I'm worried about is we had some things scheduled this week, but since the snow came and froze the roads, we're not going to be able to do them. So I don't know what that's going to shift things around. And I'm supposed to start working for that editor person this week, I think. So I don't know. Well, we're shooting for Saturday, though.
Yeah, I'm good for Saturday.
You good for
I
Saturday?
forgot.
You
Yeah.
forgot.
Yep.
Wow. And you said you were too, Neil.
Yeah.
Yep.
What time?
Are you EST? Is that what you're
Yes.
in? So
Yes.
what I tell you, Dave, like 7:30 your time,
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Yeah,
It'll be
we can do
around
that.
there. Yep. A little later
It'll be
than
around that
Plaguebound,
time frame.
but actually a couple hours later than Plaguebound. But yeah. So that's it. Be on the lookout for a stream tomorrow and then another stream Saturday and video Thursday. Cosmosaurs review is this Thursday. That'll be this week's video.
That was a fun game.
That was a very fun. It was a fun video to make too.
It's such a good. It's just a good game.
It
I like
is. So before we go, and I found this out. You know, I'd already written my script and edited 2/3 of the video before I realized that Cosmosaurs drive-through. I forgot the name of the game. This is Forged in the Dark. That's all it is. It says it's a
Oh, it's Forged in the Dark?
Yeah, well, that's what it says on DriveThru. It says rule system Forged in the Dark, and then I saw it somewhere else too that said that. So I've never played Forged in the Dark. I don't know how similar it
Me
is,
either.
or like how much they took and then changed. So now I want to go play Forged because I've heard of Forged in the Dark, and people seem to like it.
Yeah, I have too.
I've heard a lot of good things, so I was a little surprised to see that. Oh yeah, right here it says Cosmosaurs RPG 4 Forged in the Dark. So the whole review, I can see somebody making comments now like, bro, this is just Forged in the Dark. And I'm like, I didn't know that. Until I already did the whole thing. Anyway, now we can go. Now that I have that piece of information out there. So,
All right.
Everybody say bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
YouTube.